I'm in awe. How are people supposed to apply this to hair when the petroleum jelly and the onion water just don't mix? I wasn't going to do a voiceover for this video, but I decided to do one at the last minute. So instead of Vaseline, I'm going to be using Pierce petroleum jelly. It's also petroleum jelly and it works just as well as Vaseline, and it's the same petroleum jelly that I use for my skin. I'm going to be using half an onion because I did not want to waste my materials on this video, and I have my blender, I have a knife, and I have a spatula. So before I go into preparing anything, I'm going to just quickly say one of the things I noticed that put me off about this video before anything is the fact that I knew this was not going to work because onion, water, and petroleum jelly do not mix. Water and petroleum jelly do not mix, even if you mix it as much as you can. And then another thing I noticed that at the end of the video, they said this process should be repeated every day for best results, which is kind of unrealistic because if somebody is going to repeat that process, are they not supposed to shampoo their hair? Are they not supposed to condition their hair? Are they not supposed to moisturize their hair? Are they supposed to do this every single day? But then again, I guess it's not particularly for people who have natural hair, because if you're going to be repeating that, in fact, it's not realistic if you have natural hair. So maybe for people that have a short TWA, or for people that have straight hair, Caucasians, or people with relaxed hair. But yeah, those are the two things that I really noticed that made me just want to push this video and the channel that posted this thing aside. Otherwise, guys, I just followed the exact thing the man did in the video, and yep, keep watching, guys. I'm in awe. How are people supposed to apply this to hair when the petroleum jelly and the onion water just don't mix? And just for clarity, so this is a scam. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Evelban, and today I'm going to be cancelling that hair growth recipe that was just displayed before I started to speak. That video showed somebody mixing petroleum jelly or Vaseline. They used the brand Vaseline and they mixed it with onion water. Now, for those of us in the natural hair community who do DIYs, who recommend DIYs, we know that onion water works well for hair growth, it works well for reducing dandruff, it works well for stopping breakage, and it also works well for a number of other hair growth benefits. So yes, you can use onion water for hair growth, you can use it to cure your itchy scalp, your dry scalp, you can also use it to reduce breakage and do a number of other things for your hair, and you can also consume it. By consume I mean drink it, for health benefits. And it's basically onion water which is put in food as well in form of onions. So yeah, there is onion water, and then there is petroleum jelly, which is what Vaseline basically is on the other side. The person that came up with the idea to mix onion water and petroleum jelly, first of all, water and petroleum jelly do not mix, and it's not as if the person recommended that an emulsifier be added to the two different ingredients to help them mix together. An emulsifier is another substance that helps two different liquids that do not mix together. They just said you should go ahead and mix onion water and petroleum jelly or Vaseline, and then when that is mixed up, you apply it to your hair for hair growth. I saw that video and I definitely knew that that thing was not going to work, because this is what, look at how stiff, look at how stiff this is. You can clearly see where the petroleum jelly has separated from the water, and that is one. The next thing is, petroleum jelly is not something that is recommended to be used on your hair. It's very greasy and it does not promote hair growth at all. So if you're going to be applying petroleum jelly to your hair, it should not be to promote hair growth, it should not be for healthy hair, it should not be for anything other than a very brief experiment. So that means that those two ingredients do not mix at all, they do not match. I don't even know who came up with this idea, but guys, I want to tell you that that is a scam and I don't recommend it. People are always looking for the next thing to use for their hair to grow. They're always looking for something to use for their hair to get healthier, for their hair to get shinier, for their hair to get more defined, and a bunch of other reasons why people seek natural long curly hair. In that direction, people tend to use basically anything that is recommended on the internet and on YouTube, anything that has a tutorial, anything that profiles a solution to the problem you're looking to solve where your hair is involved. That means people will stumble upon a bunch, in fact a lot of solutions, acclaimed solutions for hair problems, a lot of formulas for hair growth. Most of these formulas actually work, and most of the time a lot of these formulas may work for some people but will not work for other people. People also know that most of the members of the natural hair community are extremely gullible and would basically consume any information that they think would help them, and so they put out a lot of false information, they put out a lot of fake products in an attempt to reach out to these women, mostly women. And the women who receive these treatments, who receive this information, who just take it all in without trying to decipher what is real and what is fake, sometimes they do this at the expense of their hair. So instead of you getting the goals that you're trying to achieve, you're moving backwards. So guys, I definitely do not recommend that you try this, and I also do not recommend that you recommend this to anybody. Like, it's like I just put a lump of fat into water. If you're going to try this, I recommend that you try just the onion water, and you can also find several tutorials on how to mix onion water to help you solve your hair growth problems. Another thing I want to point out is that even if you've decided to try one of the DIY hair care remedies that you see on YouTube, the best thing that I advise if you want to see results and long-lasting results is that you try any of the remedies that you pick at least once a week, depending on the remedy, depending on the recipe, depending on what the recipe is supposed to do. I suggest if it's a deep conditioner, if it's something targeted at hair growth, you try it for at least once a week, every week for a month. That way you'll be able to regulate and watch how your hair responds. You'll be able to regulate and watch how your hair grows, and you'll be able to know and understand if your hair agrees with this or if you need to discontinue with it. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to come here and tell you guys that this will not work, because I don't know, if you put it in a bottle like this, for starters, and you try to squeeze, that just comes out in drops, and the drops that come out are just the drops of onion water. So what happens to the petroleum jelly? The petroleum jelly just looks like a lump of fat, and now to get this out of this bottle, I will have to melt it down again and then get it out. So guys, please leave all these channels that just post things like this. I noticed that the channel that posted the original video did not even show a tutorial for how to use this. They just posted that and then they left. And initially I had thought that this was going to work when I saw it coming together when the bottle was still hot. By the time that it was completely cold, I realized that this would never work, so I didn't even bother to put it in my hair. And that is it for this video, guys. So please guys, if you have any questions at all, go ahead and leave them in the comment section, or any comments, any contributions. If you want to bash that thing, go ahead and do it, but don't bash me. I'm just the messenger. And that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to share.